Welcome to Paranormal Gateway ParaTalk. I'm the host, Scott Wise, and tonight we are joined with Alishah Radford, the heart behind Appalachia Gypsy Healing Arts. Alishah is a spiritual advisor, intuitive healer, soul empowerment coach, and energy worker who helps individuals restore balance within their mind, body, and soul. Using intuition, visualization, and life force energy, she works with the body's natural energy field to locate and release energetic imbalances. Since the beginning of their own healing journey in 2013, Alishah has combined compassion, deep spiritual understanding, and multiple healing modalities, including Reiki, mental code, body code, and soul contact readings to guide others toward clarity, wholeness, and empowerment. Please welcome Alishah to the show. Hey.
Thank you for having me this evening.
Sure, anytime. We're so talking about how cold it is here. I think we're both tired of it, so. Yeah, it was good to have you on tonight. So start off up here in the corner to let people know that there is a QR code that will take you to your website if they want to check out after the show. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's Thursday today and it works. So, okay. Can you share with us what first set you on your personal healing journey back in 2013?
So it actually, for me, I have dealt with health issues my entire life. I was born with a genetic condition that causes my body to work a little bit different. But in 2012, I started having daily migraines and 7 to 20 seizures a week. And this went on for about a year and a half. And I really wanted to figure out why my body was doing it, not just to medicate. And that started my journey into holistic healing. And I actually started in 2013 with a naturopath doctor that does healing through frequency. So it actually heals the body at a cellular level through frequencies. And so that's where my journey started in September 9th of 2013. I'll remember that date for the rest of my life because it started my physical healing journey, but it also opened, as I healed, I started opening up to gifts that I remember having, but I shut off. And then my teacher, the doctor that I healed under, he started guiding me and teaching me. And I started with him with the frequency remedies and with herbs and things like that. And he was like, okay, Alishah, it's time for you to go off into the woo-woo stuff now. You're supposed to be doing that, and I don't teach that. So that's when I turned around and went into Reiki. And it's just kind of snowballed from there the past few years. And so my approach to everything is energy. Healing the body, the mind, and the soul through energy. And now I am bringing that into the paranormal realms as far as helping with energy and that way too.
So in 2013, how long did it take you to, at what point do you realize that you had that gift though? I mean, how long did it take for you to realize that?
to realize I had gifts.
Yeah, from the point from your first.
So, it's just started. So, like, things would start, right? Just little things, intuition about things, and I would have dreams and things like that. But as I've healed, as my body's healed, as I've healed emotionally, and things like that, it's just progressed more and more as my body has healed. So that's, and I think with for intuitive and psychic gifts and things like that, um, I really, I really think people need to look at the trauma they carry, the wound as far as trauma goes,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe it could be blocking their gifts from truly coming through 100%. Because if everything is energy, then what we're interpreting is being interpreted through our own wounds
Mm-hmm.
versus a clear channel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It wasn't just like an aha moment that, oh, wait a minute, that was to be honest with you, my entire life, I have seen things and known things, and I kind of just turned them off. I was raised in a very strict fundamental Christian home, where everything was, if it wasn't seen, from a Bible standpoint of view, it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And so even from a young age, I knew not to talk about what I was seeing or feeling just because I knew it wouldn't be accepted. And so that's where my healing journey has helped me, because I don't allow the outside influence to make noise in my gifts, if that makes sense.
Sure. So, was there a defining spiritual experience that changed everything with you?
There's been a few. I mean, that changed anything for me. I wouldn't say that. I have learned a lot through the different experiences that I've gone through. So, being an investor, I've only been in like a technical investigator, like going in and actually investigating for a little over a year now. Before that, it was just spiritual, paranormal experiences. But as far as actually investigating, I've only been doing that for a year. And my first experience that helped me really learn something was at the Harriman Hospital, the historic Harriman Hospital. Harriman, Tennessee, yeah. And I had a very significant experience with an energy in the kitchen there. That I had almost like a psychic attack, you could say. And I was down for like 3 days after that, just kind of processing what happened while we were there. And that taught me a lot, because it taught me about, choose who you're investigating with and what energy they're bringing into the situation.
Yep, definitely.
It taught me to trust my gut when I feel like, no, I shouldn't be doing this or going there. It's not worth my body and my mind to catch some evidence,
Right.
My purpose is not to prove. My purpose is to go in and help heal the situation. As much as I love to capture good evidence, it's not worth my sanity and my physical health to do that. But that would be the most significant. But I learn something every time I step foot into an investigation now. I learn more about the layers of the paranormal, that it's not all the same thing when you go into each situation is different. Even the same situation at the same place, each time it's going to be completely different.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm there for 20 years now, like I told you earlier, and every time we go, I went to play places 2 or 3 times, and
Mhm.
the energy was different each time we go.
Yeah.
All the time. So, like, when you have that I don't say what, I guess you could say like a negative, negative psyche on you. You have
Mhm.
those 3 days out. When you're at home, you get like, I want to say ritual, maybe, that you do to help cleanse your body from that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do like a milk bath or anything?
When something like that, I know now to be more prepared going into
Yeah,
investigation.
yeah,
So there's a difference between being an intuitive, right, or a psychic or a medium, however you want to say it, and energy is coming to you, right? Spirit is coming to you. But when you're going in as an investigator, you're walking into a situation that you may not have always been invited into. So that's going to open you up more, is what I feel like, to the heavier negative side of things. So I put more practice into what I do before I go in.
right.
I always pray and talk to my spiritual team. If I should go to this location, if I get the yes, I still do a protection prayer. I
Oh,
ground.
yeah, yeah.
I use crystals and essential oils. I mean,
That's what we
and
do.
yeah, and then after that, I always use sage and essential oils
Yeah,
and a cleansing afterwards. And I'm particular of what locations, if I go back to my family or not before I do all that,
right.
just because I don't want to take anything into that situation. So um, I feel like this is a calling and part of my mission here on earth to help bring healing into these situations. And so, or, just to hear the stories or bring understanding in or whatever it may be, I feel like that's part of my mission. So I want to do it, but I want to do it with integrity and compassion and I don't want to come out of this situation um, burdened by anything either.
All right. I actually have a girl there for me.
Yeah.
So once I get one investigation, I think I might be somewhere. She don't bother me at all. But she will let herself know every once in a while by knocking stuff off. But I actually called during an actual interview with a team that I called the Shadow going behind me during the
Oh,
show.
wow.
I'll still show you them, but yeah,
Yeah.
she's by name already too. So
Oh, wow.
you know,
You
it
guys,
doesn't bother me at all. I don't know. You know me. It hasn't really done much to her. I have a couple of things over, but I was sitting there the other day and something that fell off the back of a stereo cabinet back there, and I knock it off. I don't mean knock it off. I mean stop doing stuff. But yeah,
yeah.
I don't mind her. I think she came from last place too. But the last place I was doing dishes, we had no hallway, and no come to the kitchen in the hallway. I going by and ate one. It don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Doing that. Yeah.
Do you ever ask her why she's there with you? Do you ever ask her why she's there with you?
I actually did. Like I don't suggest doing EVPs in your house because you know what you're gonna get. But so I kind of experienced that. I actually started talking to her dear name and heard something like a mumble or something like a whisper, but I couldn't make it out.
Yeah.
So I have tried. Yeah, sure, right. But I have to wait for. She out of the apartment building, so I have upstairs neighbors and stuff. So the
Mhm.
noise of my talking, it could be interference or what's that called? That get well, I'm sure it's called, but it can screw her audio up. So
Yeah.
But no, I haven't. Last time I did was the old place. I talked to her, but yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah. I don't. Like I said, she'll. I hear her. So I just have my name a couple times. So if it may hear too, it's like go on now. So do it.
She might, she
Yeah,
might
sure.
feel safe with you. If you feel like she's a little girl, she might feel safe that she's
Yeah,
with you.
I think it could be. Then I saw somebody else that it could be a young adult. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but the height, the shadow behind me is like up right there, about that high. So
Yeah.
one like this.
Yeah.
I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd be
I,
interested.
I left
But
you.
I almost just as me like feeling the energy as you're talking, I feel like it's a young girl, probably 10, 11, and she feels safe with you. And I think she too might have had a speech impediment, and so she feels connected to you and safe with you
Yeah,
because of that. That's what I pick up on.
yeah,
So maybe even if you are hearing her, it might be she may not want to speak. She may use a different modality, like a cat ball or something like that, because it
mhm.
might be easier for her to communicate that way. That's what I pick up on. You can
Yeah,
take it as you want.
yeah, that's understandable because I my speech impediment. I have ataxia, so I
Yeah,
hope that applies to. So yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I think that could be. Yeah, it could be it. I mean, I don't really thought about that really, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I had an experience at a hospital that had a cancer center in it, and because I'm a bald woman. I have the genetic condition I have is called ectodermal dysplasia, and
Mhm.
part of that condition is alopecia. And so I've been bald since I was 10, but
Mhm.
I have a lot of, even in real life, I have a lot of cancer survivors that will talk to me and
Mm.
I sit and I talk to them. But when I was at a hospital that had a cancer center in it and we were investigating it, I had a lot of women spirits come and talk to me because
Mhm.
I think they felt comfortable because I was bald, and so they were like I could have understanding of them maybe. And that's the same energy I get with this little girl with you, is that she feels a common ground with you and feels safe
Mhm.
there with you. So she would probably share more information with you
Yeah.
than she would another investigator just because she feels safe with you.
Yeah.
I don't get any like malice or anything.
Yeah. My wife thought it's forward. We're sitting there at night and there's some noise out in the dining room. And it's really weird because that noise, the next day, it made the same exact noise.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, to the, I mean, the sound, like that, exactly. So I
Yeah,
thought it was weird. I said the exact same noise of something moving or falling. But
yeah,
I didn't see anything on the floor that fell or so. But then
hmm,
all that makes a shake, and I had the empty bottle sitting on the camera, but turn around to wash a dish or whatever, and the camera beside me, so she knocked the bottle over on the floor beside.
yeah. She's definitely trying to communicate.
Yeah, she is recently more recently. I don't know if it has to do with what's going on in the world today. All this her shit's going on now with everything going on. I don't know if she's more comfortable now coming
Yeah,
out. And but I also have very lucid dreams and
mhm,
very vivid dreams. I mean, and I think that has to do with my ataxia too.
yeah,
Ever since I started having that, I've been getting more and more vivid dreams myself. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift that, I always encourage my clients that have vivid dreams to, as soon as you wake up, write them down or record yourself, somehow so you can go back and visit it because there's usually a message there.
Yeah.
Especially if you remember the dream really well afterwards, or aspects of it anyways. There's usually a message there.
Well,
So,
I have real vivid dreams that I talked to a lady who was self as a parasite regression. I got sick
mhm.
and her doing it. You're not feeling that. You don't do that, do you?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
No, but I had a weird dream that I was a soldier, and I think it's more too because I was running away, and I looked behind me, and I guess one of my, I don't know, soldier comrades or something, I saw him get shot in the head.
Oh
Like,
wow.
so I ran in this, cabin like in the woods, and there were a whole bunch of people sitting there. They were like older ladies and look at like kids and stuff. And this is horrible as you know how, but I'm sitting there, we're hiding out, and the door burst open, and in come soldiers. And that I totally go to the SS. This is how vivid this dream was. So they come
Mhm.
in, and before they come in, the male men in the cabinet dropped down to the floor and we covered up. And they
Mhm.
came in and they must have heard them, so they started shooting the guns to the floor.
Oh
And
wow.
then they opened fire, and I was up. And that screwed up. That is weird
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
that vivid. And so I told her about that. She said it could be that. I said I don't know. I mean, I had some real weird dreams. So
Do you believe in past lives? Do you believe in reincarnation?
I do. So I do. I believe in reincarnation. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah. I kind of believe sometimes we can see into past lives to help us heal something in this life. So sometimes when we're going through something emotional or and we don't understand why we're as emotional about it, or there's something that's kind of bumping up against an old wound
Mhm.
inside of our soul. Just like if we scratched our arm, right? We had a wound on our arm and we bump it up against something. Oh gosh, that hurts. So
Yeah.
it's just the same with an emotional or spiritual wound. Is when it gets bumped up against, it's a little bit more intense. The emotions are a little bit more intense.
So
So
I think I
we
woke
can,
up. I think I woke up on a speed shot. I think I woke me up. I think that's what happened. So,
yeah,
I couldn't back to sleep after that. Or I was like so freaked out. And
yeah, yeah. That's an intense dream. That's an intense dream for sure. For
yeah.
sure. So have you had an experience with a paranormal situation where you felt like you might have been attacked?
Yeah, I had I've been touched before. I don't know if I've been attacked myself.
Yeah,
But I've been touched on my leg before. Like a switch on my leg.
yeah,
And another one I experienced had was it's called auto auditory um figure. It's called recognize you hear them saying and pick it up on audio. I had
yeah.
that already when I was in investigation. Um it was an investigation in Pennsylvania at a mansion, and there was a little girl there, and her name was Hannah, and she had a little brother named Jacob. And I was there before, but the first time I was there, I asked if I said, "Hey, Hannah, are you here?" And I hear a mm-hmm, and I picked that up on audio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah. I have it here. If you want to hear it real quick. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I think I have it here. That's terrible of it. copy again. Oh. Can I hear you? Can I hear you? Mm-hmm. There.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. We are very fortunate over the years, I guess, stuff. We ever had one of a girl crossing over.
Oh, wow.
And she says, "I think I'm crossing over, mother."
Oh, that's
I'll,
amazing.
I'll place one more and I'll get back to you because this is an amazing one here. Because we were doing a stage and stuff, and I picked it up on a video recorder. But you hear, I think I'm crossing over, and you hear two loud bangs that we never heard. So if I see noise crossing over, I don't know. I want to hear that though. But now she's saying, "I think I'm crossing over, mother."
Hmm.
Here it is. Play that. Did we got up there? The very good one too, yeah. Yeah, that's freaky.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that gets something right on. If I hear it.
What are your thoughts on share a veteran in this field? And what is your thoughts on the Estes method?
Oh, what?
The Estes method?
Oh, I
Where the
do
people
that.
who do it on the blinds on?
We've done that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You enjoy it?
we did have big results. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you're at the elementary school here in Ohio. It's called Post Elementary School. We had good results. Yeah, we got good results there. Because I got the questions there, and another one that's good is the Hinsdale House was a good one too.
The Hinsdale House?
Hinsdale House. I love that place. Oh god.
Yeah.
That place is so freaky creepy up there in the woods. I mean,
I've watched videos of it. I've never been there.
we gotta go. I mean, really, we gotta plan a trip to go. Because we got actually a whole weekend there. Oh my god, we got so much stuff there.
Wow.
And we got Bigfoot in the woods too.
Wow.
We record them.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I won't take more time about over a show, but I'll send it to you afterwards.
Yeah. No, I love stuff like that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've watched videos on that. I haven't. That's not a place I've been to.
Yeah. Well,
but
we'll make a trip maybe coming up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're not too far from me.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 hours from me, maybe. Ohio.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But going back to the Estes method, one of the creepiest Estes methods I've been part of was at the Civil War house. It's in Gainesboro, Tennessee. It's called the Gaines House, and the house has actually been there before. It predates the Civil War, and then during the Civil War, it was used as a hospital. And then it was used again as a residence up until like the 1980s, 90s, somewhere in there. But when we went, and it was a group of us from different paranormal groups, there's about 3 different groups. There was a man in one of the groups that was in the Marine Corps in the Army. He had been in both of them. He's a huge history buff, and he has studied a lot about the Civil War, and so he was really excited. And he had never done the Estes method. And so we get to to the house, and he was like, "I want to do the Estes method." And we had been there for a while, and now he's a big guy. He's like over 6 foot, really
Wow.
big, broad shoulders. He's a big guy, and so we sit him in this chair in this doorway, and he has purple headphones. It's just so funny. He had purple headphones on, a purple blinder because it was my stuff, and he's just sitting in the chair. Yeah, and nothing happened for a few minutes. We were asking questions. Nothing's happening. We had like a dead ringer was in another room, and we heard it going off. But nothing was really happening in the room we were in. And then all of a sudden, he starts scanning the room like this, like a soldier would do, when he's waiting at post or whatever, and he's scanning the room. And it feels like he's looking at you, even though he has the blinders on. It felt like he was looking. And he like jumps and looks behind him, and then he goes back to scanning. And then he started answering questions, but he was talking in a tone that's not his voice. It was really weird. And we were like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "John." And then he started telling us about somebody had shot him. He's going through the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, he lets out this laugh that was like mechanical and high-pitched and weird. And his wife, this gentleman's wife, was like, "Alishah, he needs to come out of that. That's not Tommy. I don't like that." And so, like, I went over, I put my hand on him, and I have a way because I feel like sometimes when people do the Estes method, they're kind of going into a hypnotic state.
Yeah.
And so I have a way of bringing people out of that I do. So I had him do that, and he calmed down and went outside and saged and grounded and stuff. And his wife really didn't want him to do it again. But he was, you get addicted to these things, right? You get excited about it. You love feeling the energy and stuff. So he wanted to do it again. And we went upstairs in the Gaines house, and they believe they have those rooms, what are they called? The secretive rooms where they would have put children or somebody they were ashamed of. Disappointments room is what they call it.
Yeah.
But I believe that part of the attic was a disappointment room because you can see where somebody like clawed in there. And so we were up in that area, and same thing. He sat down and he starts scanning the room after a few minutes. And this time, I could see in my mind's eye this man walk up behind him, and I would say he was probably from the 1960s era, the way he was dressed and seen. And I could see him walk up behind Tommy. That was an Estes method. And all of a sudden, Tommy shifts in his seat, and he goes, "Woman, where's my beer? Where's my dinner?" And like he's like yelling out all this stuff, and we're like, "What?" And like somebody started to say something, and he looks over and he goes, "You be quiet." And like he's playing, he's talking in this different voice. And then all of a sudden he said something, and I don't want to say what he said because it's not appropriate. But he said something, and it was so totally off the wall, and it scared his wife very much so. And she turned to me again and goes, "Alishah, get him out now. I don't know what that is." But right as I stood up to go get him out, he goes, "Sit down." And I said, "No, I'm not sitting down." And I started to walk towards him. He goes, "Who are you?" And I said, "I'm Alishah. Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Harold." And I said, "Well, Harold, it's time for you to go now." And I just stuck that to him, and started the process of getting Tommy out of the Estes method. But he went under so deep, and he's done the Estes method since then and not had that same experience. So I was like, what? It was that's what I'm saying. You can go into different places and have different experiences at the same place. But even as investigators, we can have an experience at one location because we connect more to it maybe than we do another location. So like maybe he connected stronger at the house because of his military background. I don't know. But what are your thoughts on that?
I love doing it.
Yeah.
We don't, I died probably 4 or 5 times. Um, a couple of times I to myself, but the ones that I did, I had they were saying I was answering the questions on some of them, but yeah, when you get under, I mean, what are your thoughts on like sensory deprivation? Like you ever do the uh, golf balls or the ping pong balls over your eyes? You guys ever do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Full decoration. Yeah.
See, this is
I, the spirit talker or the spirit box. Yeah.
your socks.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It also records, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, my friend that goes out with me a lot, Debbie, she has that exact same one. We use it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, so that's my favorite toy. Actually,
Yeah.
my actual favorite toy is my voice recorder. I get
It
a ton of I get a ton of EVPs. I got a lot.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I
I
I
don't.
I have to sell like EVPs to you sometime too. So I
Yeah,
got.
yeah. We at the Harriman Hospital, we actually had a full voice come through, and it was like said, "I'm watching you," and you can hear it in the room. We heard it in the room audibly, and then it was recorded too, and we caught it. But I'm almost, that's one of those pieces of evidence that I don't 100% know because it's so perfect that you're just like, I don't know like, that somebody's not putting a trick on us. Like, it's not one that I share that often because I don't know, because it's just so perfect that you can hear it. We heard it in the room. You can hear it audibly so well that it's just like one of those pieces of evidence that I'm like, I'm not sure somebody was messing with it.
Yeah,
So,
you're pretty fortunate to get a lot of Class A's EVPs.
say that again.
We're very fortunate to get a lot of Class A EVPs.
Class A, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. I can't say that I've personally caught an amazing one.
Yeah. Last time I'll do it for send it to you afterwards or
Yeah,
something.
I would love that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So what?
I'll send you a video of basketball coming off a chair too.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So what are some of your like bucket list places that you haven't got to go yet, or what is some of the bucket list places you have got to go to?
I think that's the Philadelphia um Foratory yet. Um
Yeah.
actually one there I haven't got to the Winchester House. I'd like to do that. I like to do the Axe Murder House. I like to do the Valley House. I like to do Queen Mary. Well, Myrtles. I like to do Myrtles.
Yeah.
The Scott County Jail. I heard that's pretty good.
Scott
Um,
County Jail here in
yeah,
Tennessee. Yeah.
I'd love to do um the reformatory out here, but it costs too much to go to that, and you have to get like 20 people to afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the other places I just can't think of right now.
Yeah.
The place I have been to, um, it's their house. It was a Harmon Mansion. I was at Selma Mansion. I was at the here's their house that Saturday. Um, I was at the county jail in New Jersey. I was at we went to what's that place? Oh, that place has burned to the ground. Oh God, I can't remember now. That was Centralia. You heard that?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that? Um, oh God, we did quite a few residential cases when we first started off. One residential case I did really threw me for a loop. Um, about 25 years ago, I was working for. I'm a graphic artist. I was in that industry for 20 years. And the first place I worked at, we were like a family there. We got party afterwards and stuff. And I got to be really good friends. The girl was just friends, no more than that. We got once in a while. And she was married. And she already she had a kid, I believe. And so I came in one day on Monday, and her best friend, her girlfriend, I won't say her name, but she was crying and came up to me. I said, "What?" She was, "That son of a bitch killed her." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, he killed her." I'm like, "Oh my God, that happened, you know?" And he actually stabbed her to death,
Oh my.
the kitchen floor. So like fast forward like 2 years or 3 years, when I first started doing this, one of the cases that we got to, we were there as a friend of a friend that told us that about this place. So we always go in, if it's not too far away, we'll go do a pre-investigation, talk to them and stuff before I schedule one. To just lay out on the land, take a look what I'm going to do. And we got talking and stuff, and they said, "Well, this house, there was a murder here." I mean, what are you talking about? "Oh, yeah, some guy stabbed his wife on the kitchen floor out here." And I said, "What are you talking about?" I'm getting pale right now, so I'm real pale. And I said, "Do you know her name?" And I said her name. They, "Oh my God." And that was it. So I investigated that house.
Wow.
She killed me. I did pick up a female voice. Could make out much like a hey. Um,
Mhm.
but I've been investigations where my one friend who died said Hiscott is the place I wanted his place. I said Hiscott picked that up.
Mhm.
So, but dude, that place then I couldn't believe that. I'm like, but yeah, that one freaked me out. I thought that.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Wow.
we did a bunch of our stuff. So we just found farmhouses and some apartments and um we even did a town with a trailer once I think too. But
Yeah.
yeah, we done a lot. We started getting away from it because our one friend he has no business. It's hard to get out. But every
Yeah.
year we go to the one or two just get away. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we
I
did.
would like to do more residential cases. I I do a lot of like they just want me to come in and bless it and
Yeah,
cleanse it. They don't really want to investigate it. So I get and they'll allow me like to tell the stories or whatever, but it's not they don't want filming done because they don't want people to know anything. So um the but I'd love to do like more residential cases like that.
yeah,
But I enjoy going to the historic places too. I always learn so much going there. But you and I have some similar bucket lists. I'd love to do the Queen Mary, and I'd love to do the Winchester House. I'm actually Waverly Hills Sanatorium was one of my bucket list places, and I'm going in June there, so I'm excited about that. And then Trans Allegheny,
oh,
I'd love to
that's what I'm
do
talking
the
about. So
yeah,
China, that's long too. That's the
yeah,
Pennsylvania. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But we have a lot here in East Tennessee that we
See,
have we have Harriman Hospital. We have some girls get ready. She started her letting her house that was built in the 1900s. She's turned it into like a haunted Airbnb, and so we're going to be one of the first people to actually go in there. So I'm excited about that. That's in February. And you actually get to stay overnight in the haunted Airbnb, and she has some great evidence,
Awesome.
already. So that's exciting. But I'm getting ready to do. They're opening the Titanic Museum
Oh yeah.
and Pigeon Forge up for one night, so I'm getting ready to do that Saturday
Oh,
night.
that'll be fun.
So that's like a public investigation.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be lots of different people there. But I like that because you get to see what other people do and how they do it, and it's
Yeah.
cool.
We did a fire museum too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that one 5 times.
Oh wow.
It's an hour down the road from me. So
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's like
look at the
the.
the Parasicon. I go
Mhm.
there every year. It's an hour 10 minutes down the road.
Oh wow.
I should have a
That's
taste of it from last time. So,
yeah. That's
very
neat.
well.
Yeah. We're actually wanting me and the girls that I investigate with. They're called Tennessee Ghouls. They just started their
What
group.
they called?
Tennessee Ghouls
Oh,
is
Tennessee.
their name. Yeah, their new group. They actually, some of them have been doing it for quite some time, but they just started their group really. But we're wanting to put a con on here, a paracon here in East Tennessee. We're trying to get it together, and that would be fun. So
Yeah,
just
gosh.
stay tuned. I'll send you an email.
They're coming out to it's usually May every year. We're
Mhm.
coming out per Cyclone.
Okay.
Well, she come out, hang out, and walk around, so we don't have to set anything up or anything. But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
meet up, we meet up and do lunch or something.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look at what dates it is. We have a couple of investigations in May right now.
May.
But yeah, we're doing. Have you ever heard of the Euro Shrine in Bristol, Virginia? The Euro Shrine.
Hey,
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're doing that in on May 2nd, I think. Or no. That's the Thomas House. My bad. We're doing the Thomas House
Yeah,
in May.
per Cyclone usually the second or third week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about per Cyclone. Yeah, I still go look up that list now. But yeah, it's usually like it's gonna be this year. It's gonna be May 15th, 17th.
Oh wow.
So I'll be there Saturday, May
Hmm.
15th. So
Yeah.
I can send you a link to it too. Oh,
Yeah. I'd appreciate that.
sure. Yeah, I love it. I've been there for 5 years right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only done one paranormal convention, and that was a small one. And then here in Knoxville, they had Creepy Con, and I went to that. The whole reason I went to it was to see uh, Paranormal Nightmare. The Foreman brothers were there, so I went to go see them. But those are like the only conventions like I've been to. So
Yeah, I've been to one in a small town. They had a church. So I'm like, I was. And
wow,
it's funny because right down the road then they also had a beer thing too. So I went down,
yeah,
we got to do two tastings and stuff too. So
cool, cool.
hi, good beer. Oh my. Here I'm talking all about me and all right, we're having a good conversation there, right?
Yeah, I love having just conversations. You learn a lot with just good old conversations.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, what about the Winchester House? Do you like what calls you to the Winchester House?
Well, maybe even more now. It's being shot by a gun in my dream.
Yeah, yeah.
And
There's so
before that, I mean, the especially now with all the shit going on, people being killed. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm occasional responsible gun owners. Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
has the right to protect themselves, but it get a hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it says the curse itself on that place and that energy that it would bring off and the
Yeah.
energy I want to feel when I go in there.
Mhm.
Mine, the way I feel going there compared to everybody else
Yeah.
who, because I'm kind of an empath too, and
Yeah.
I get hit hard with stuff when I go
Mhm.
in places. I'm also highly susceptible to EMF, and I have it's one of us gets you at is actually a mobile home. We
Mhm.
did a look around. And I called our friend Don out, my fellow investigator on the side. I said, I put him saying, "What's that? I can't do it." I said, "I can't. I can't. It's too high. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I feel sick." Well, if I
Mhm.
whether or not, so he going into a few blocks. Yeah, I was off this chart in there. It's like
Mhm.
5 times over it should be in there. And they're having hallucinations and stuff. Like, well, that's probably why, you know,
Mhm.
I'm meth. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I get sick easy. And another one I had was, we did a ship inn. It was a inn and bar. And we did a investigation. Heard my basement and back in the old dirt cellar. I got sick. I'm back in the corner and I got all hot over. There was no fire. I was sweating and went down my face and he had to basically carry me out upstairs, took me out, walk me down all towards your little stream. We just headed down the stream. I
Mhm.
was sick, like I was going to throw up. And I called the lady who could come with a psychic medium who was dealing with us. She couldn't make an investigation. So I called her the next day. She was just checked to see there was a fire there in the past. So I called her up and, asked for the reveal. And me downstairs behind Rose, I don't know why you noticed it, but we looked up and there was some charred timbers, like up on the top of the thing. And they said they had a fire on fast there. So I don't know if I felt something that happened there. I don't know if somebody perished there. She seemed to think there was. I didn't get anything out of the humor about that place that they said there was somebody died there. But I don't know how long I felt, but I guess I was lost on fire. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Lord, she is so fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody that gets called into the paranormal to investigate, I think everybody goes in not realizing that they're sensitive, that they're an empath. But if you're feeling energy and it affects you, then yes, you're sensitive. And I'm not meaning sensitive like in a bad way; it's a good way. But I think everybody that does this has that to a degree.
Yeah.
And it's just up to you on whether you want to cultivate that into something deeper.
Or, right. Right. I felt like happy to sit on this place this time. Um, but some places I walk in like double area. But
Mhm.
most places I've been, I get centered and myself and grounded. I feel better. But,
Mhm.
yeah. But I have a pouch now. I think it has crystals in. I think I have black salt in there too.
Yeah.
Uh, that I use too. But a little pouch. I sent herbs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my little pouch that I carry and has
Yeah.
all my protective stuff, and I usually give them to everybody that's in my group that wants them, and then
Yeah.
we use,
I have a necklace with their jewel in it. Yeah.
yeah, we use essential oils, on protection on different points on our body to help
Yeah.
protect too and keep us calmer and more focused.
Yeah. I
So,
had that too. I got them in. oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anointing oil is a good one to have around. Frankincense and myrrh are good to have around to use for sure.
I
You
have
just,
I have a body soap that is mint
mhm,
and cedar.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, those are good.
yeah.
Um,
I get a Target.
yeah. What are your thoughts on heavier energies? Do you think that every heavier energy you feel, do you think it's demonic or something like that? Or do you think that there's more to,
Now, I think a difference in being really angry and they could afford demonic.
yeah,
I'm not. I don't go right to money. Really. I don't ever do that because
yeah,
I've never faced with demonic before. I see a lot of stuff on TV that I think, oh, come on,
yeah,
because it's for show and you gotta make money, that kind of stuff. Like I've heard people, I have people calling me. We go into places who have been scratched and demonic energy there, and we tell we can do saging and stuff, but you call it like you can either call it priest or call it clergy because we can do it for you. We don't want
yeah,
it to make it worse than it is. So we could probably reach out with someone if they didn't, but they never got back to us. But they said
yeah,
tell her down because that one we went to, still a girl and her friend was doing a Ouija board in their bedroom, and then they're calling us because of that.
yeah.
So I don't know. So some people were comfortable with doing it, and actually to each their own, but we never did it with our group. So some people, yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? I think your points were right there. Give it's like there you go. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
what your thoughts on Ouija board?
On Ouija boards, I think it's the intent of the person that's messing with them, and most of the time, the people that mess with those are usually coming from a place of hurt or pain, like they're wanting to reach out to a loved one they lost, or or they're wanting to have the experience of something scary, and so that's their intention. So they're opening themselves up to something that may not be the best situation.
Right.
And so it's to me, a Ouija board is just like any of the devices we use. It's just what's your intentions behind it. But I have been in very numerous situations where a haunting started because some teenage girl was playing with a Ouija board in her bedroom.
Yeah.
And so, you said earlier you don't do EVPs at home. I don't mess with any of my apps or any of my tools while I'm at home
Right.
because I just don't want to open that communication in my house. There's a reason for that. So I don't think they're inherently evil, but I do think it's the intention of the person. I do believe that there are entities, but I don't believe that everything is entities, and I don't go around screaming entities or demons or whatever. But I do have. I think there's many layers to the paranormal, and not everything that's heavy is a demon, and not everything that's happy is a good thing either. Because I've been in situations where it's
Hmm.
trickster energy, and they want you to feel comfortable, and so there'll be trickery happening. They're happy and whatever, but they're not really that way. It's something heavier or darker.
Yeah.
So I think the paranormal is very multi-layered.
Yeah, I've had a real mean spirit I've got this case in Mount Penn, PA, and I was over at EVP and I got home and I got EVP this old man saying, "You MNF son of a B." He called me MNF son of a B.
Yeah.
Actually, he's the MNF son of a bitch. He called me that. I gotta tell you that too. You're laughing.
We had one the other night. It told me to eat shit. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to communicate with you anymore. Have a good night. And I just walked off. I was like, no, don't talk to me like that. I'm not interested in that.
That reminds me of we went to Burlington County Prison. And in this room, we got together with a couple of girls that we did an investigation at um a bed and breakfast in Pennsylvania. And their investigation was they're from New Jersey. And we went to Mount Penn prison. And they went off on their own. They were in this room where it was so crazy. They had this hollowed out canoe that was carved by Indians or whatever, sitting in there. And they go, they asked you, said, and I asked, she goes, "We're in the room with the big boat." And they got an answer back of a man saying, "No shit."
Well, they can be funny sometimes.
You got that baby crying too there for some reason at the prison.
Yeah.
There was a hanging it there too on the back.
Yeah.
And that's execution too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
We had some weird ones. But like I said, I forgot where.
For sure. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And I can't wait to get back out again. I want to do. Oh, there's one out here, so I will get to. I guess I go with my wife to me. That is Oh God, I was brain fade now. What is it? It's in Trenton. Yeah, I can't remember right now. But it's the old schoolhouse out here. Out here. But have to. Yeah, it's the old schoolhouse. But yeah, something we to get together with my friends and go to that. Cause I did with my friends, or my wife took me to a tour of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go there. You guys have to.
Yeah.
I can't remember right now, but I'll find it. I'm not saying we're too much time talking about it. But yeah, that's a good place to go to. But we got a lot of cemeteries out here. I don't know. Do you ever go to cemeteries?
Say that again.
Do you ever go to cemeteries?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
No.
No.
Cemeteries? Do I go to cemeteries? Okay, yes, we go to cemeteries. We just went to some Friday night. I'm sorry, it's breaking up on my end. Yes, we do. Yeah, we do cemeteries occasionally. We did some Friday night. It was interesting. So here in Oak Ridge's history is that they helped build the atomic bombs during World War II here in Oak Ridge. It's called the Secret City. But when the government came into the area in the 1940s to get things set up, and they bought the land and they put the gates up. Within the gates of Oak Ridge, there was 78 cemeteries.
Wow.
Inside these gates already before they even started the secret city and started building for the Manhattan Project. So there's some really old cemeteries we visited the other night. There were people born and died in the 1700s in one of the cemeteries we were in, and that was interesting. We got some. That was one of the places somebody told me to eat shit. Was Friday night when we were in the cemetery, and he just didn't like us being there. So I think he was done, and he wanted us to leave, and so we left. But yeah, we do cemeteries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so hard being around. I have a walker, neither around, but
yeah,
I make it through usually.
yeah.
But yeah, we have I have a book I got a couple of years ago at a festival they had out here, and I got she has a whole book of Ohio cemeteries,
Uh-huh.
and she had all the addresses in them. So I made a cemetery app for your phone
Oh,
that
cool.
you use, and then instead of that, how books are was the north, south, east, west, north, south, north, east, southwest, all kinds of stuff. With each one had like 5 cemeteries in, so it kind of give you 36 cemeteries, I think, or whatever. Well, I did. Well, I went in and I clicked on a cemetery and I put it on folders in Google Maps. And then in each one, each would be 5 different locations. And then in the app, when you click on the app, it will take you like a fiver there. And if you click on the phone to the app, it'll give you directions to go there. So if you
Wow.
go there, you can go.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
yeah. I guess there's used yet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, long as you have a smartphone that can handle a PDF,
Yeah.
then you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that took me about oh god, how many hours left in that? Oh god, probably I don't know. It took me many days to do it, but yeah, it turned out good though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love to do one for each state, but
Mhm.
the last time.
Yeah. There's a lot of good places out there for sure. Well, Scott, I really appreciate you having me on tonight. It's been interesting getting to speak to you.
Yeah, I'm the send everything. There's the site and everything,
Yeah.
and our information will be in the leftover comments.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send a lot of stuff to you if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I would love to hear the EVPs for sure.
Oh
I
god,
appreciate
I got a bunch of creepy ones too. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. That's exciting.
yeah. I have a 4 terabyte storage life. I have about
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
at least 300, 400 EVs probably on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
a lot. Oh my! It was a pleasure having you on tonight, Lisa. I'm God. So I'll keep back on again. Once you get some more investigation and learn about, and we talk about
Yeah.
investigation, maybe bring your team on sometime.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
A lot of fun.
They're a bunch of crazy ladies.
Oh
They might
man,
intimidate you.
there are 2 guys I go out with. Oh God, we have a blast. We do. We have.
We have,
We're serious sometimes. The way that we also have fun. So I'm actually looking for a couple more people for my group out here.
Mhm.
I have.
Yeah.
But I liked it. But
Yeah.
it's trip station thing for me. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna jump off here and do
yeah.
some other things I need to do. I appreciate it.
Well,
And
thank you. It's my pleasure having you on. And
yeah,
like I said, I'll share stuff to you. It's available on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and it'll be on Spotify also. So okay.
awesome. Thank you so much, Scott.
Oh, you bet. Okay, take
All
care.
right. All
Have
right.
a good
We'll
night.
see you.
Take care,
You too.
my friend. Take care.